Paddington Bear, a character that has cemented a place in our hearts and has captivated audiences for nearly a decade with his endearing clumsiness, politeness, and those big, expressive eyes. The last two films were nothing short of magical, with the second movie even being dubbed as The Godfather Part 2 of family comedies. But here we are, folks, with Paddington's newest adventure in Paddington in Peru. Paddington is on a new journey, far from the quaint, polished streets of London, to the wild and untamed jungles of Peru, the land of his birth. But does this new adventure recapture the magic, charm, and wit we loved in the first two films? Or has the marmalade finally lost a bit of its zest? Let's dive in. Right from the start, the premise hooks us with an intriguing setup. Paddington's beloved Aunt Lucy has gone missing, leading him back to his roots in Peru to find her. Joining him are his human family, the Browns, and we even get to see some new faces, like a riverboat captain played by Antonio Banderas, and a rather mysterious nun, played by none other than Olivia Colman. But things aren't all sunshine and marmalade. As Paddington searches for his aunt, he quickly finds himself in unfamiliar and sometimes dangerous territory. With this new setting, the stakes feel higher, and there's an element of suspense and excitement we haven't seen before in the Paddington universe. While it's interesting to see Paddington return to his homeland, here's the thing: Paddington in Peru doesn't fully work because it pulls our favorite bear out of his true element. Paddington shines brightest when he's creating mayhem in the prim and proper world of London, turning high tea into a food fight or causing chaos on the subway. Those charming little moments of chaos in an otherwise orderly world? They're what made Paddington Paddington. But now, plumped into the Peruvian jungle, his antics lose a bit of that humorous edge. He's no longer the oddball bear wreaking havoc among polite society. Instead, he's navigating an environment where he blends in a little too well. One unexpected highlight in this film, though, is seeing the whole Brown family join Paddington on his journey. The Browns, who we usually see in their comfortable London home, are now totally out of their element in the jungle. Hugh Bonneville, who plays the overly cautious Mr. Brown, gets a nice little arc where he's forced to face his fears, leading to some great laughs. And of course, his awkwardness is a delight, with a hilarious recurring gag involving a rare tarantula that steals every scene. However, some characters, like daughter Judy, get lost in the shuffle, and while it's wonderful to have the family along, it sometimes pulls the focus away from Paddington himself. Paddington in Peru brings in two fantastic new villains to spice things up: Olivia Colman's Reverend Mother, who is both charmingly sinister and humorously twisted, and Antonio Banderas as the enigmatic riverboat captain. Colman, as usual, is phenomenal, nailing that balance between creepy and quirky. Banderas, on the other hand, adds a bit of spice to the mix, taking on multiple roles within his family lineage. He brings a sense of mischief and unpredictability, giving a kind of kind hearts and coronets vibe that we didn't know we needed in a Paddington movie. But, as great as these villains are, they don't quite measure up to the iconic bad guys from previous films. Nicole Kidman's taxidermy-crazy Millicent and Hugh Grant's show-stealing Phoenix Buchanan were almost as unforgettable as Paddington himself. The visuals in Paddington in Peru are undeniably stunning. The jungle scenes are lush, and the film pulls inspiration from some pretty iconic adventure films, like Indiana Jones and even Werner Herzog's Aguirre, The Wrath of God. There's even a little nod to Buster Keaton's Steamboat Bill Jr. as Paddington hilariously gets tangled up on a boat. However, while these cinematic homages are fun, they also highlight an issue with the film. It sometimes feels like it's trying too hard to be something other than a Paddington film. We get less of the cozy, whimsical London vibe and more of a grand adventure that, while entertaining, just doesn't feel entirely Paddington-esque. Don't get me wrong, folks, Paddington in Peru still has those heartfelt, feel-good moments we all love, and Paddington's signature hard stare makes a return, always ready to melt the hearts of wrongdoers. There's emotion, there's humor, and there's still a sense of whimsy. But, compared to the previous films, there's just something that doesn't quite hit as hard. It's as if the heart of the film, that warm and fuzzy Paddington magic, has dimmed a bit. And honestly, it might just be because our expectations were sky-high after the masterpiece that was Paddington 2. So, is Paddington in Peru worth your time? Absolutely. It's still a fun, charming film with beautiful visuals, lovable characters, and some pretty great laughs. The whole family will enjoy it, and kids will likely love the action-packed jungle setting. But for longtime Paddington fans, you might walk out of the theater feeling like something was just a little missing. It's good, but it's not quite the transcendent, marmalade-smeared perfection we've come to expect. Thanks for watching. What did you think of Paddington in Peru? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more reviews and insights on your favorite films. Until next time, keep your marmalade jars full and your hard stares ready.